Hello, my fabulous artist. I'm so excited to show you this art project. I started thinking about what we would normally do in the classroom this time of year when we have our Santa's workshop, and one of those projects is to show you how to cut snowflakes. So I have some helpers here with me today, my kindergartner Jack and my second grader Paige, and they're going to help make some snowflakes today and show you how to do it. The easiest thing a lot of you might have at home are coffee filters, and they can really easily help you make a snowflake. So I gave each of my helpers a coffee filter, and I have one too. So the first thing you need to do is spread out your coffee filter. Go ahead, guys, spread them out. Kind of flatten it out. And then you need to fold it in half like a taco shell. You're going to want to really meet the edges together. Okay, so it's nice and matched up. And then use your hands, use your fingers to really spread down the crease on the folded edge there, right there with your finger, just like that across to make sure that it's folded nicely. Okay, and then you're going to fold it in half again. And this time, guys, what do you think this shape looks like this time?
A pie.
A slice of pie?
A pizza.
Okay, keep yours over here so they can see. Okay.
A pizza.
It does kind of look like a pizza. And then you use your same pointer finger and you press down the edges so that stays nice and folded. Let's make sure you're matched up all the way even. We could get you a little more even there, bud.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, with your finger like that, press down. Go ahead. There we go. Now we have to fold it one last time. And this time, it kind of makes it look like what do you guys think it looks like this time? This last shape. Yeah, you got to keep it over here, bud. Okay. You got to fold it in half. Go ahead, Paige. What do you think?
A triangle.
Yeah, or a skinnier piece of pie, or a skinnier piece of pizza, or a triangle. So press down your edges really good, back and forth. Keep it over here, bud, please, so they can see. Alrighty. Now you need a pair of scissors.
Mine.
Okay, that's yours, Jack. This one's mine.
Can I use that pencil?
And hang on a minute. You're going to cut some shapes out of your triangle, out of your pie wedge. You just have to make sure you don't cut all the way across the middle, because then it comes in two pieces and it's no longer together anymore. So I'm going to cut out some shapes. I'll show you on mine first, and then they can practice theirs. I'm going to cut a triangle shape out of the tip. I'm going to cut some triangle shapes out of my sides. Let's do one there, and then we'll do another one. Okay, and then we can cut some rectangles out of this side. You can cut any shape you want. You just have to cut the whole piece out. So that, see, you can see I didn't cut that last one out. So let me get that last one. Okay. And then, let's see. Then you can also cut out some from the back edge too. So I'll just turn it to the side that I want to cut it from. And I think I'm going to cut this one like a wavy shape. If it helps you, you can draw some shapes on first. And we'll show you on Jack's snowflake. I think I'm going to cut one more triangle back here. Okay. And then I'll wait to open it up. We'll open all of ours up together. So you can see I cut out some different shapes, but I didn't cut all the way across because then I'd have two pieces and it would be, it really would end up being a teeny tiny little snowflake. All right, Jack, I heard you ask for a pencil. You can draw on some shapes. Let's see, make sure I'm not in the way. Can you see? Okay. Let's cut the tip off.
Okay.
And then how about
Triangle.
a triangle there? What other shape could we use?
I want to use a square.
A square. Okay, we'll cut a square from this side. And then we can cut something from the bottom. This back edge.
I want.
How about just a couple more triangles?
Yes.
This triangle here and this triangle here. So if you need the help, you can always draw on the shapes that you're going to cut out so you know where to cut them.
With a pencil.
Paige, do you need to draw any out?
Yeah, can you
Okay.
draw a wavy line on mine?
How about you try drawing it? You can draw. You're second grade. You can definitely draw on a wavy line. You just have to start and stop on that edge. Yep. Okay, can you keep it down here? Okay, you almost got it. You just have to cut through again to make sure you cut all the pieces out. Okay, good. See? Now do your next triangle there. You have to keep it over here, bud. Otherwise they can't see. You're going to make the outside edge of your snowflake will be wavy if you're going to do a wavy line. That'll be pretty. Okay, we got another. There, we gotta get this piece out. Okay, another triangle there. I'm cutting. And then you wanna take your time. Yep, and I like how you're turning it around to the edge that you need to cut from, Paige. So that, do we get this one all the way out right here? Okay. And then you can cut along those lines.
Okay.
Let me help you hold it. Good. And then turn it so that you can cut from that edge.
Ow.
All right. Looks like you have, what, one more shape to cut out? Your square?
I want it to draw.
Yep, and then cut from the bottom. And then we'll do one big reveal where we all open up our snowflakes together.
But we need to color them, right?
Oh, that was good, Jack. Yeah, we'll show you how we could add some color to them a little bit later. All right, Jack's, he's done cutting his. We'll wait for Paige to be done with hers, and then we'll open them all up together. Don't cut it all the way through. You're getting very close to losing your... Otherwise, it'll fall off. There we go. Here, I think we just need to cut a little bit more because you're missing that. If you don't get all the layers, then you don't quite see the shape. So let's add a little. We'll just make sure it's all the way cut. All right, are we ready? Okay, let's open them up very slowly because it's thin paper. Paige, can you scoot yours a little closer so they can see? Okay. And then you remember how we folded it? You can unfold it. And then voila! Beautiful snowflakes. Okay, I'll move mine so that you can see. Paige's snowflake. She's got that nice wavy edge. Oh, that's all right. That was just your scissors. Oh, good job, Jack. Yours is pretty too. Okay. Now, I know you guys might be thinking, well, I don't have a coffee filter. What if I don't have a coffee filter? You can make a snowflake out of a piece of paper. Everybody has a sketchbook that looks like this. You can tear a piece out. And then I'm going to show you how to, first you're going to make your paper square because it has to be a square to start with. So you can just start from any edge and then fold it in. And you're going to kind of match it up to where that frayed edge is. And then you fold it and crease it. Okay, now you're just going to cut off this edge right along the edge of the paper. Don't worry about if it's perfectly straight or not. We don't need to worry about that because you're going to be cutting it into a snowflake. And then you're probably going to want to cut this edge off too, unless your paper tore out, perforated. I can't remember if yours are perforated where that means you can tear them out without that fringy edge. Okay, so now we have a square piece of paper. So you're gonna do the same thing where you fold it in half like a taco and then crease it down, push it, press it with your finger on the edge, and then you're gonna fold it in half again, match the edge, take your time and match it. The better you have it folded, the crisper it helps it's easier to cut your shapes out cleanly that way. Okay, and then if you remember, we folded it 3 times. So let's fold this one more time. And I'm really taking care to match up and then press down so it's nice and creased. Okay, now you have kind of like a funky triangle shape. And in order to make it cut, the coffee filter was more shaped like this. If you like that rounded shape, you can go ahead and cut it rounded if you want first. Now if I opened it up, I could show you how I got it to look like a circle. But you still have to do the rest of the cutting. All right, so we are ready to add some color to our snowflakes. We're going to do this in 3 different ways. I have some markers and I have some watercolors. If you don't have watercolor paints at home, just try with the marker, and we're going to show you how to do that. And I picked these colors because they are the cool colors. Purple, blue, and green are the cool colors in the color wheel. And it's perfect for winter time to use cool colors in your artwork. All right, so Paige and Jack, do you want to start coloring on?
Yeah, I'm going to take blue.
Okay, go ahead.
Take blue.
Paige, go ahead. You can start coloring. Paige is going to color hers on in a pattern of colors. Paige, do you know what a pattern means?
It's when colors repeat over and over again, like purple, blue, green. Purple, blue, green.
Good. Okay. Good. Go ahead and start coloring. Jack, you too. You're going to color, and just be gentle if you're using the coffee filter one because that paper is thin. You don't want to color too much in one spot, otherwise it'll get super wet and like make a hole in the snowflake. But you can color it in more than that, Jack. Color it in. And then while they are coloring their snowflake, I am going to be using some watercolor paint. I have some water and a watercolor brush, and I have watercolor tray. So some of you might have that at home. If this is a really pretty one to paint in, if you do have some watercolor. So I've dipped my brush in the water, and it's like I got his hair wet. So he's ready to load some color on the brush. And I'm just gently swirling on there. I'm not scrubbing it or pressing really hard, or that gives him a bad hair day. So if you want to keep the brush nice and smooth, and you just get a little bit of color on there, and then you can start to paint on. You'll see how the color just spreads on that coffee filter. So let's see, I got blue. You can put, let me grab a piece of paper to put.
That's cool. What?
Is it cool how it spreads like that?
Yeah, now I put like a dot on
Let me put a scrap piece of paper under mine so that I don't mess up my table and I can see my colors a little better. All right, now I'm going to grab some purple, and you can see how the colors, what happens there. Jack, what happens to these colors when I'm...
They make,
They mix together, don't
yeah,
they?
they mix together.
It's pretty neat how it blends.
That's a so pretty color.
Look at that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to finish coloring. All right, we're all done coloring. Okay, what do we do now with our markers now that we're done coloring?
Click the lid on.
So you hear the click, and then you know it's back, so that you take good care of your supplies. All right, now here's where we're gonna try our 3 different ways to finish off. We have some beautiful coloring. Paige has this really pretty pattern here. It's got the purple, blue, green in a row. Jack's got some coloring, and really, you don't have to color them all the way in for this. I'll show you mine. I'll show you this one in a minute, how I finished painting that. These are pretty neat, so let's do these separate. So Paige is going to take a brush with just water. So we used like the regular washable markers that most of you should have. Hopefully you have a paintbrush at home. If you don't have a paintbrush, you might be able to just wet a paper towel. We'll give that a try too. Okay, Paige is just going to brush on some water. Go ahead, brush it right on top of your coloring. And right away, do we see what's going on?
It's blending in and it's so cool.
Okay, here, get a little more water. Yeah, you'll start to see the colors mix some. So it's almost like painting without having regular paint. So if you're at home and don't have regular paint, this is kind of one way you can try that. All right, you need to add a little more water. So we're gonna let Paige keep working on hers, and then Jack, for yours, we're gonna use water too, and we're gonna spray on a little bit of water and see what happens, okay?
Yeah.
You think you can spray it?
Yeah, it's gonna look so cool.
Okay, just do one spray, and then let's watch.
Whoa, that's so cool.
And you can see, we might want to let's get another scrap sheet of paper so that you can really see what's going on there. We'll put it on top of a piece of paper, and then it doesn't get our countertop all messy.
I'm keeping this.
Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. Okay, ooh, do you see?
Yeah.
Okay, now give it another little spray over here. Don't spray the same place twice.
Mom,
Okay.
mine. Whoa, I'm keeping this paper. I'm keeping this paper.
Okay, now spray another spot that you haven't sprayed yet. Okay, and then spray over here. How about right here?
Okay.
And look, you can see the more time after you spray, it really starts to blend together more and more. Paige, yours is looking neat. Oh, we should probably put yours under a white sheet of paper too, scrap sheet of paper, so that we don't get the countertop all messy. Ooh, pretty. Okay, and then I think you might need just a little right here. This still looks dry right there. But you don't want to overspray.
Can you help me?
Yeah, sure. If you spray too much, oh yeah, it does seem like it was.
It'll blend too much.
What happened there? There we go. Woo! Okay, if you spray too much, it starts to wash away all the color and there's no more color. Okay, we'll put our paints away. Add a little more water.
Whoa, it looks so cool.
Paige, I love how yours looks like watercolor paint, and really yours does too, Jack. It's so pretty. Yeah, I think that's enough spray because the longer we leave it, the more the water spreads the colors and they mix together, and then it fills up. It kind of ends up filling up the whole coffee filter. So you don't really have to color it in all the way. Do you want to get a little more here? Okay. And then I wanted to show you mine. We're going to let those soak in for just a minute. And I wanted to show you mine. I just used the watercolor paint, so you probably saw that in the video. But I had it on the paper, and once I take it off, it like leaves a pretty snowflake print on the paper too. So once they're all the way dry, then you can like hang them in your window. Here, I'll put it on. Oh, you can see it went through this side too.
In your room.
You could hang it. Yeah, you could hang them. You could decorate somebody else's house if you want to go do something special for somebody. You could, and that way you can stay outside. You can hang them on their window and just bring them a special
Gifts.
surprise. Yeah, special gift. So let's see. Should we lift yours up a little bit,
Yeah.
Jack? It really does need to dry more, but maybe we'll let them dry and then we'll show the final when they're
Mommy,
all the
can
way
Can
dry.
I keep this
It's so
paper?
pretty. Yours is so pretty too, Paige.
Can I keep this paper?
Yeah, sure.